We are backstage right now. We've got about 30 seconds until showtime here with River West Radio. We've got AbilityMKE Now, and we've got a wonderful guest joining us today. I am super excited to get a chance to know uh, Neco just a little bit better tonight. So stick around. We'll be starting in about 15 seconds. Welcome to AbilityMKE Now. My name is Sue Roskopf. Here at AbilityMKE Now, we are dedicated to inclusion, connection, and community, bringing people together and making our lives and our work relevant to everyone. And that's what we do here, bringing people with disabilities and people that don't have a disability together, enjoying life here in the Milwaukee area. We all have our own experience with disability, whether it's our own, with people we know, or with people we encounter in our everyday lives. We all have different and unique abilities, and that is what we celebrate. Here at AbilityMKE Now, we celebrate the ability in all of us. And joining us today as my co-host is Michael Martin Humel. Michael is a writer, speaker, and podcaster who works to bridge the gap between disabled and able-bodied people. And Michael, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing great. I'm
Yeah.
excited. We've got a wonderful guest joining us. I just want to double check. Do you have anything you want to share before we dive into our introductions?
Oh, me. No, I'm good. Sorry, didn't know. I thought you were talking to
Nope,
Nego.
all
Um,
good. Because I know you had an event recently, I
we
believe.
ha every Saturday. We actually have one coming up in a couple of days.
Oh, in a couple of days is the next event. We've
Yeah,
got a panel of speakers that come together. So I'm excited to
yeah.
hear how that all ends up. Wheelsandwarriors.com is Michael's website, the letter N, wheelsandwarriors.com. And also you can find more info through, let's see, I believe Facebook is the best place to actually catch up with all the wonderful things you're doing.
Yeah. We put it on Zoom, but I stream it through Facebook.
Perfect. Excellent. Well, I'm excited to hear more with all the great people that you keep bringing together. And speaking of great people, we have a wonderful gentleman joining us tonight. Neco Turkienicz is the founder of Leib Productions, which is a video production company dedicated to helping businesses create engaging and effective video content. Neco is a professional video creator, director, editor, and storyteller. He was born in Brazil and moved to Israel when he was 21. He studied film and television at the University of Tel Aviv, Israel, and started his career as an editor and later as a director in cable television in Israel. Neco directed 8 documentaries for TV and worked as a TV director and editor on the Israeli Sports Channel, Channel 2, and various other channels for 14 years. He moved to the United States in 2004, where he served as a creative director in 2 New York-based animation companies, working with the largest ad agencies in the world. He founded his own production company in 2013 and has been dedicated since then to helping businesses create video content that helps them meet and exceed their business goals. In Since 2020, Neco has become an expert in remote video production, which is a method for creating high quality professional videos without the need for a video crew on location. Using this method, Leib Productions has been able to help hundreds of small and medium-sized businesses create engaging, professional quality videos in a more affordable and easy way than conventional video production. And with what we all do here with Ability MKE Now and all the things with our own podcasting and video production, I absolutely love what you are doing, and I'm excited to hear more. So, Neko, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here.
So, what in I actually want to go way back. What
Okay.
inspired you to get into this line of work? Is this something you've just always enjoyed doing?
Well, since I was a kid, I would say I was always in the creative side, and started very early with interest in photography, and from then, I studied journalism back in Brazil, um, and so it started pretty early for me. I had a hiatus in this interest when I moved to Israel when I was 21. I wanted to work on the land, and that's what I did for many years. Um, I was a kibbutz member. I don't know if you kibbutz is kind of a collective farm, if you will. That's I lived there for me and my wife, and that's where we had our children for almost 10 years. But then I got bored from that line of work, and I went back to school, went to film school, and and I was lucky enough to finish film school when cable TV just started in Israel. For you to understand, cable TV started in Israel in 1990, much later than here, and and then I started working on TV. They needed a lot of hands, I would say, and that's how so I started as a video editor. Worked a lot in sports TV, and I worked in sports TV for almost 15 years. And then I became a director, started directing, and I directed a few films. So it started pretty early for me, and I would say that's my passion, telling stories, and after I became a business person, and when I started my business, my passion became to help businesses tell their stories, and not only tell their stories, but be able to achieve business goals, grow their business, get more leads, get more business through effective video content, and it's which is something that is getting more and more important.
Oh, it so is. Everything being what it is now with going digital and creating shorts, video, the short little videos and
Yeah.
all the things that really, if you want to pique the interest of especially the youth these days, that's
Hmm.
the kind of thing you got to get good at. And there, a lot of people in my generation, we're not so good at that. We need someone that knows how to be effective in that arena, because not everybody has an eye for what it takes. I've kind of learned that the hard way here along the way. I do my best to learn new techniques and learn what
Yeah.
there's so much that goes into what you do. There's a lot of aspects there. And what is so it sounds like one of your favorite things is just being able to share others' stories out there and to do that in an effective way. Is that the highlight of what you do, or is there anything else that really is a favorite piece?
Well, first of all, behind every business there are people, and that's and people don't connect to products. People don't connect to services. People connect to people. So one of my pleasures is uncovering that, like getting to know the people behind the business. I deal a lot with small businesses or medium-sized businesses where many times the business owner is the face of the business, and getting them out there, telling their story, sharing their wisdom, uh, being who they are, helps people connect. The main advantage of video is that people connect to it emotionally. And we always say that we may think that people make decisions based on logic, but that's not true. We may justify it with logic, but usually a decision is made on an emotional basis. You connect to someone, you connect to that business, or to connect to that attorney, you connect to that to that financial advisor. I work a lot with such professionals, and it is personal. It's so a video touches that point of you see a person, you connect to them, the way they talk, their approach, their body language. you know So it's much more powerful than just text. And that's what video brings that connection, and that, of course, can be very helpful for businesses.
Excellent. Oh, I love that. And actually, so tell us again, excuse me, the name of your company, and I think there's a bit of a story behind the name of your company.
Well, the name of my company is Leib. Leib means lion in Yiddish, and it's also my Hebrew name. I don't know if you know, but every Jew has a Hebrew name. Uh, And my name is won't say anything to you, but my name is Nuchem Leib. And it's actually not Hebrew. This is Yiddish. I'm an Ashkenazi Jew. The Ashkenazi Jews are the ones that originally came originated in Europe, as opposed to the Sephardic Jews, which are more Eastern. So the main language is Yiddish. So that's why I have a lion in my logo. And I love my name. That was also the name of both my grandfathers. One was Yuda Leib, the other one was Nuchem Leib. So I have Leib from both sides. Yeah. So that's the story.
I love that. Well, and I should ask too, do you have a website that goes with that?
Yeah. My company is Leib Productions, so we do have a website, it's leibproductions.com, and it's a good place to see everything we do.
Excellent. Oh, I love that. So with all of the stories that you've been able to basically tell through video over the years, are there any that stand out as favorites of yours that really touched you as you were creating this? I love stories.
Well, I can tell you a story that has to do with disabilities. Um, and that was one of my very first after I started my company. I did a lot of that before. I worked as a freelancer for many years, but when I started my company, one of my first jobs was was to do a film for a friend of mine, also Israeli. His name is Shlomo, and he's a wounded warrior. He lost the leg above the knee in the first Lebanon War, 82. And he's such a person that he he uh, he he wasn't, because many people may think, no, I lost a leg, I'm going to be sorry for myself, and no, that's not the type of person that he is. He turned the disadvantage, the disability, into a big ability. He started he started doing sports with the prostheses, and he skis with one leg, and he does Ironman. So he became a very active person, and at a certain point he decided that he wanted to help other wounded warriors. And unfortunately, in Israel, you have many of them that lost limbs and used prosthetics. So he made it a mission to help them improve their prosthetics and live better and make sports. That was a world that for me I didn't know. Was a new world for me. And he he connected to a prosthetic designer in Long Island, New York. And again, and he started bringing wounded soldiers from Israel to make their sports prosthetics. Another thing that I didn't know so much about, and I learned a lot. And uh, and with the years, that was the first year he did that, and I'm proud that I helped him. So I helped him by filming it, because he wanted to get more. He wanted to get fundraise for that, and help more wounded soldiers. So that's a work that I'm pretty proud of, because the film that we did became one of the first things that he used to get more funds to help more soldiers. So it was incredible.
Oh, I love that. And I do gotta ask the question, when you say skiing, is this water skiing or snow skiing?
No, snow skiing with one leg, one ski.
Gotcha. Yeah, see, we're water skiers. I actually
I,
do snow ski as well, but so I was
I,
always curious.
Listen, I'm not a skier. I tried. I fell a lot. It's difficult for me to do with two to do it with two legs. Imagine with one. And he's a good
It's
skier.
amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
I love it. Well, we do have another friend that is joining us. I want to have her come on in and say hi and have her join the conversation. Marianne of Waikiki is joining us today as she often does. So, Marianne, you want to come on in and say hello? And I'm curious if you have any questions for Neco too.
Hi, aloha Milwaukee. I'm Marianne of Waikiki. I'm the author and Apple game developer of the Acts of Kindness series. We got a little San Carlos music going on behind me. I don't know if you can hear me correct. But hola to everybody. Hope you're keeping warm in Milwaukee. And if you're keeping warm inside, you can visit the YouTube channel, the Acts of Kindness series, and learn the finger spelling ASL alphabet with Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab. We're hosting a weekly book club on the World of Ability podcast every Saturday with Kurt and Sue Roskopf. Thank you so much for doing this. And we have special guests that read the chapters. The book is called Underwater Acts of Kindness. So if you'd like to join us, it's for ocean cleanup. It's dedicated to the UK Boyt and Slat, the ocean cleanup. So nice to meet you, Nico, and good luck with what you're doing too. They have told us that they appreciate the book, the ocean cleanup, and they're doing amazing work of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch and more. So again, you can follow us Saturday. We're doing the book club of Underwater Acts of Kindness. Again, if you're hunkered down in the snow or the rain or the sleet, you can watch Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab, on the YouTube channel and go to the Apple App Games and play the Apple App Games and learn sign language. Aloha, hola, adios, gracias, amigas, amigos. I am Marianne de Mexico and Marianne of Waikiki.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Marianne. Yeah, we are doing a lot with actually reading her book, Underwater Acts of Kindness, in the World of Ability podcast that we do every Saturday. We've been doing a chapter each weekend, and it's been a lot of fun. It's amazing. It's not just a kid's book. There's a lot in there that makes it fun for the adults too. So it makes it a lot of fun. So, well, Neko, I'm curious too, with all of the places you've lived. I know you're in the United States now. Where has been the favorite place that you have been to as far, and it could be based on whatever you think, but I'm just kind of curious of all these places that you've been, what stands out to you as far as a favorite place?
Well, first of all, I'm here, yeah. So
Mhm.
uh,
You stayed, so there's something good here.
exactly. So basically, I'm 65, so it's kind of divided into three almost equal parts. I left Brazil when I was 21, lived in Israel for 23 years, and I have been here in the United States for 21, and I'm very happy here. You know, well, it's difficult to say because I always I like to say that I'm Brazilian slash Israeli slash American because and I'm connected to all three countries. Connected to Brazil because I'm born there. I'm very much Brazilian, and I like the the Brazilian culture and it still feels at home when I go there. Would I like to be living there today? I'm not so sure. Um, Brazil has a lot of also disadvantages. Um, I am very much Israeli. Well, I'm Jewish, and the connection between Jews and Israel is a very basic and very strong connection, and will always be connected to Israel. Plus, I have family there. My daughter and grandson live there. and have all other family, and I came to love this country too. I came here 21 years ago. I love being American, and I have to say, if you talk about business, I think this is the best place in the world to do business. I still think so. So we may have problems. Every country has. Nothing is perfect, and we have a lot of problems here. But still, I prefer doing business here than anywhere in the world. And I feel safer here than in Brazil. And it's funny. Many people say, "Oh, Israel is like a war." No, it's not a war zone. When you depends where you live. So what you see in the news is what you see in the news. But I would say from the three countries that I lived in, I think unfortunately because of crime, Brazil is the most dangerous today.
Mm. Oh, interesting. Yeah, and your comment about doing business here in the United States, and I don't think people around here really realize how good we have it, because
Yeah.
having not having the comparison that you've seen a lot of different places, different ways that business takes place, right? It's a little different depending on where you live, and I think we lose track a bit of what a wonderful place we have here, and it's very, should I say, I don't know if user friendly is the right word exactly,
Oh no,
but
no, it's simpler. It's simpler
yeah.
doing business here. You can't imagine. Of course, if I talk about Brazil, the amount of bureaucracy, if to open a business, to close a business,
Oh wow.
and yeah, it's complicated. It's complicated. Not talking about taxes, and that will depend, but just the bureaucracy to have a business, and it's definitely simpler here. And I see many times Americans that were born here, they don't see that.
Hmm.
So I try to remind them that.
I like that a lot. 'Cause it's that whole thing of if all you know is where you are and you don't look beyond yourself, you miss a lot. You don't realize that there's a whole world of people out there, and we
Oh
all have
yeah.
different experiences, and where you are makes a difference. You're going to have different things that, Marianne was in Hawaii for a while, for quite a few years, and now being in Mexico, and having those different experiences makes life that much more I don't want to say just richer, and to be able to have those different places you to have lived is wonderful. I grew up in northern Wisconsin, and I live here. I've really been just in those two places. I'm a
Mhm.
Midwest girl,
Yeah.
and I love to travel. I love to see other places, but yeah, I don't have the same kind of perspective that you have, having had that opportunity to live in the different places like that. So I always enjoy hearing about where what those differences all are, because that's how we learn, is from each other like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
Marianne,
and
go
it's
ahead.
also too, finding a new purpose too. I went to Hawaii to visit. I stayed and I ended up interpreting for Scott, and I got to live on a sailboat oceanfront. And we recognized the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. So I had some amazing talent that I met at the Unity Church of Hawaii who helped me write and create the books and the soundtrack. And my vision is to bring them into animation movies, but no one has done that with sign language characters. So, so also, I want to share with you, Nico is, we have another good friend. You'll meet him. Trevor Gibbs is actually in Brazil, Happy Neighborhood Projects. He is make
Hmm.
sure websites are ADA compliant. That's American Disability Act compliant.
Uh-huh.
If you're not, you can receive up to a $75,000 fine. So he's assessed my websites and other ones. And he's
Hmm.
been part of this Happy Neighborhood Project. We'd like to introduce you to him. As he's down there in Brazil as well, and we connect, at least once a week and everything.
Good.
So, we are
Good.
doing things worldwide, across the
Awesome.
universe, the countries of, supporting persons with disabilities, worldwide, and talking about, global things that are happening, such as garbage, bullying, climate change. And that's all the series in my books,
Oh
the
yeah.
Acts of Kindness series. These characters tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch and And we also have anti-bullying and climate change. So we're looking forward to the whole book club this next year in 2026. So anybody listening again, I know it's your toes are cold over there, bundling up. You go, what am I gonna do? I'm bored. Well, let's learn the finger spelling AS alphabet. Let's get your fingers moving. Let's get your fingers more warm out of those mittens or ski gloves or whatever.
Yeah.
It's Milwaukee, but yeah, let's take it. Let's go. Hey, I want to go learn some ASL finger spelling alphabet. Learn to sign your name. So again, you can join us and meet us on Saturday, the World of Ability. And aloha, adios. I'm Marianne of Waikiki. Thank you so much, Sue.
Awesome. Thank you, Marianne. Yeah. And actually, as you're talking about ASL sign language, Neco, how many different languages do you speak if you've lived in these different places?
Fluently 4.
Whew.
That's yeah, English, Hebrew, Portuguese, which is my native language, and Spanish. Those are
That's
my.
3 more than me.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, that's unique, to be able to have that. You're definitely the first person I've met with that combination to be able to communicate and to have lived in those what I consider to be kind of unique locations like that. And I know there was something that came up in a conversation this past year about Brazil, and it was one of those moments of wow, I forget just how big Brazil is.
Yeah, sometimes people don't realize Brazil is almost as big as the United States, just not as wide. Brazil is kind of like a big heart, okay, if
Oh,
you
that's
will.
perfect.
It's kind of like a big heart, very wide. And I am from the southern tip. You could call it the Texas of Brazil. That's where yeah, I'm from Porto Alegre, but Brazil is divided into states like the United States. Um, so I'm from the southern state in Brazil called Rio Grande do Sul, which is really on the tip of Brazil, down there, close to Uruguay and Argentina. And it's actually cold in the winter. Like people say, "Oh, Brazil is a tropical place." No, no. A part of Brazil is tropical. Not all of Brazil is tropical. It's like saying the United States has one type of climate. No, that's not true. We know it's not true. Uh, the only thing that Brazil has one is one time zone. Again, because
Oh,
it's not that wide. And I not exactly, but there's 2 time zones, but that's a very small part of Brazil. But yeah, it's a very big place.
excellent. Yeah. So you say one time zone, it just kind of hits me because I struggle sometimes trying to keep track of, well, okay, how many, what time is it here compared to mountain time compared, because some places change and some don't. And
Well,
oh, the advantage of having one.
yeah, no, absolutely. Listen, sometimes I travel to Israel frequently to visit family, and since my company is remote, I work from wherever I am. But it's a 7 hour difference when I'm there. So yeah, it's a big time zone difference. So talking to my clients here in the States becomes a little bit more difficult. So I have to work through the night.
Oh, so well, again, I am so glad to have you here with us. Any
Thank you for
last
having me.
thoughts you'd like to share?
Well, no, just that this was a great conversation. Was a pleasure being here. Thank you so much for inviting me. I see this as a privilege, and I hope we can talk again.
Excellent. This again is Neco Turkienicz with Leib Productions, or I'm sorry, Leib Productions. Make sure I
Right?
got that. Leib is how that's spelled. Leib Productions. And I love what you do and that you get to tell stories. That's part of what I love about this too, getting to let people tell their story. So
Hmm.
again, this is Ability MKE Now. And as always, we thank you.